Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel and welcome to Tag Tuesday. So this is an open collab hosted by me, and it's where we get together and just make some tags, whatever you want, every Tuesday. Post anytime on Tuesday. Check out all the participants because everyone is making some really great tags and has some really awesome ideas. And it's always fun to get new ideas or be reminded of some. So anyway, today I thought I would I'm working on 2 December Christmas journals for people. And I've been dying to have time to make some fabric tags, fabric Christmas tags. I made some fall ones and they turned out so cute. So I thought I would try to see how many I could get done in this video. So I'm making my bases. I like to make my bases out of, I'm going to make one the same size as this one right here that I did before I turned on the video. And so, yeah, I like to make my bases out of file folder because it gives you a nice sturdy base, and it gives you a place to write on the back, right? So I always try to make my tags with something on the back that you can write on and something sturdy, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's 2 big ones here. So these are going to be for both journals, so I wanted to just go ahead and get a few done here because I have some other tags already made. I'm going to go through my things and see my ephemera, my Christmas ephemera, and see what I have as far as tags and journal cards and, you know, embellishments. But I want to, you know, I don't have any fabric. You know, like tags or anything like that. I have clusters. I have clusters already made, and paper clips, but no fabric tags. So, and I think the fabric tags are so pretty. And I have all these pretty Christmas fabrics, so I said, why not use some? So I don't want to cut all my shapes yet because I want to show you something here. I was looking at this fabric, and when I was making the journals, I was looking at the covers. I was looking at this fabric, and I said, oh, these have this fabric has some shapes on here that might be good to cut out for a tag. Well, I guess I was looking at this Christmas tree. I want to make a tag out of this Christmas tree right here. So I'd like to make 2, maybe 1 for each journal. Well, let me cut that out because I'm going to have to shape my, oh, look at the little star. That's cute too. Maybe a star. Cut a star out and see if we can do something with that. And so I'm just going to see if I can cut a straight line here. Hope you can see that okay. I'll hold it up where you can see it in frame in just a second. I just want to get this cut out. And these little angels, we could cut them out separate maybe? I don't know. I just was looking at this when I was working on the covers, and I saw these little squares. And I thought, well, wouldn't these make cute tags to cut some of these little shapes out here? So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I want to make some others. I just want to make a bunch, really. So I don't know how many we'll get done in this video, but probably like 2. Probably 2. But then I'll make some more. All right. All right. All right. So what's the plan? Let's cut this here. I want to do something with this star too. That's why I cut it out. Okay, so there's a star. Here's a Christmas tree. I want to keep the garland around this Christmas tree. I'll show it to you in just a second. Let me get it cut out. Okay, now let's see. See, it's a little like feather tree. Kind of like a feather tree, but it's not feathers. It's, you know, just a little Charlie Brown tree kind of thing. So cute, right? Maybe this will be a journaling card because it's rectangle. That is a possibility. I didn't cut this top very straight though. I wish I would have. Let's see, I need to cut a little bit off here to get this straight. Like that. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. And so we got that piece. Let's see what else we might want to cut out here. I'm thinking these little angels maybe. What's this? This is 2 little stars. We can use that for something. These little angels. Let's see. I want to cut out another tree though. Let me go to the other side. I want a tree for each journal. A tree, journaling card or tag or whatever it ends up being. So let me cut out another tree. I don't know what I'm going to do with the star yet, so I'm not going to cut out another star right now. I don't think. No, I don't think I will. Well, I really should lay this down, shouldn't I? You're going, Sherry, how are you cutting this, right? How are you cutting that? I'm cutting it in the air, aren't I? Yeah, I'm not a professional. Okay, let's do it the professional way. Okay, here we go. Yes, let's be professional. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. Okay. All right, I want to get this straight across here. Probably should have done this before I turned on the video, but I was just, you know, just crafting. All right, there's another tree. I may have to just concentrate on the trees for today and do another video with the other tags and things. Okay, I got 2 trees. And I do want to back these and sew on them. So 2 trees. Anything else? Just one second. Let me get my timer. Let me fix my timer here. Okay, because I need to know what time it is, right? There we go. Okay, the angels. So if I cut up, let me don't lose my trees here. The angels are right here. If I cut them in half, I don't know about the angels right now, and I might not have time to work on this anyway. So I think I'm going to just concentrate on the trees for this fabric for right now, and then I'll cut some more out off video so I don't have to do any more cutting right now. So I've got the trees to back, and let's pick out one other fabric. This is a little piece. This could be used on a spine, or I could just make some tags, or maybe both. I could use whatever's left on a spine. So let's open this up and see what we have. Let's go ahead and make a couple of tags with this. So I would just cut around here and glue it down. Maybe I'll glue it down first. Let's see, this is the back of the fabric. Okay. This is the back of the fabric. That's my... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 pieces down and then cut them out. So I'm going to, and then I'm going to sew around them. So I don't need a whole lot of, I do want, see I say I don't need a whole lot of glue, but then I want it nice and flat. So I'm going to put enough on here to get it nice and flat, and then sew around the edges. Put a little hole in it and a little topper, and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's enough to get it down here. Put it right to the edges so I don't waste any fabric. Okay, there's one. Okay, this is used file folder I bring home from work, and I cut off all the, and if there's any writing or anything on it, I cut that away, or any damage, I cut that away and just use the pieces that are left. Which is, we have a lot of file folders that we dispose of sometimes, so, you know, once in a while, you work in an office, they get rid of older files. And I know my boss and my co-workers are like, we need to call the shredding company and have them just shred all these files. And I'm like, well, let me go through them and get the file folders. And let me get, I like to take the paper clips out too. They just want to throw it in the to the shredder, people, with the paper clips and everything. And I'm like, no, save the paper clips. But they're like, they're so cheap, you don't need to save them. I'm like, but I have to. Why do you want to throw the paper clips in the trash? You know what I mean? And I looked up, after they did that, I looked up how long it takes. And it doesn't even take that long for a paper clip to disintegrate, actually, like to rust and just start, you know, disintegrating. It doesn't, I think it said a year, which is a good while, but it's not like 10 years or 20 years or something. So they will, if they end up in a landfill, they will disintegrate in a year. But still, why not reuse them? You know, we like to use paper clips in our journals and things. We like to rust them and things. So we use them new, use them old, make paper clip dangles. I mean, what a waste to just throw them in the trash, you know. So I have a pile of boxes in my office. A pile of, you know, like paper boxes, the big paper boxes, full of files. Four boxes I have in there right now to go through and take the paper clips and the file folders out before they go to the shredder. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to save the file folders and the paper clips. Oh my word. Yeah, I got to do that. I got to get on that, or they're going to be like, Sherry, you've had these in your office for a while. I just did a bunch though, but I have those 4 boxes to go through, and I'm sure there's more where that came from, you know. Okay, I'm trying to trying to trim this around here so I can go and sew it now. I just want to get this, the fabric is okay if it sticks out, but there's just some strings here I'm trying to cut off that don't seem to want to cut off right now. These are pretty sharp scissors, but I might have some sharper scissors. Okay, I think that one's good to go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now this one's ready to go. Let's see if we can get all 4 of these done, because they're pretty simple, really. You're just gluing on fabric onto file folder, and then I cut them out and then sew around them, you know. So I think these might be journaling cards, because I mean, a tag can be any shape you want. It doesn't have to be a tag shape. We can call it a tag if we want, but whatever. Tag journaling card. Tag / journaling card. Okay, so wow, this glue is not coming out. Oh, okay, I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was just taking off my nozzle to see if it was clogged or something, because it was just like nothing was coming out, but nothing was there. It wasn't clogged. So it's just, I went ahead and put some glue on here. So I'm ready to cut these out. And then I'm going to go sew them. So it's easy as that. Making some pretty fabric Christmas tags. So these 2 I might just leave in a rectangle shape and not put any toppers on them. And the other 2 I will put a hole in and put toppers on. But I think these are pretty just like they are. So trying to decide whether I'm going to do straight stitch or zigzag stitch though. I think maybe straight on these. Let me see if everything is straight. The top isn't exactly. Let me cut this fabric a little bit right here. Get that straight. And then this right here. I think it's all right. Doesn't have to be. This one right here. This is one I want to see here. Okay, so this is going to be sewn down. This is a little weird right here. So I'm going to cut this. Okay, that looks better. Okay, I'm going to go sew these around these 2 and these 2, and I'll be right back and I'll show you the results. Just one second. Okay, so I sewed around, here's how the sewing came out. I decided to do a straight stitch. I felt like that if I did a zigzag, I was going to take away from it too much. I don't know. So I just went with a straight stitch around both of these. I think they came out really cute. But I had an epiphany while I was sewing, and I decided, see how I said I wasn't going to put a topper on these? Well, I decided that I needed a topper, and I wanted something, I don't know, like a bow. So I looked through my goodies while I was on pause here and found this. This is let's see, it wasn't wrapped. It was wrapped around here, but not with the original wrapping. This is all I had left of it. It's just like whatever this is, seam binding or whatever. And so what I did to get that nice bow, because it matches so perfectly, I went ahead and just cut a piece. I was kind of like going like this because it's folded. It's like, you know, double folded. So it actually is really wide. So see, when you unfold it all the way, it's pretty wide. So that's what I wanted. I wanted a nice kind of substantial bow like that. So I just kind of I was like, am I going to have to go iron this? So I didn't want to go iron because I already ironed something today and I put my iron away. I ironed some pillowcases that I'm putting in my shop. And I was like, oh, I don't want to and I already put the iron away. I didn't want to get the iron out again. So I just kind of did some finger ironing here. And I've seen seamstresses do that. They kind of finger iron or finger press. I think they call it finger pressing. So I just went like that. Got the piece that I wanted long enough and cut it because I cut a nice long piece because I wanted to make sure I had enough to make a substantial bow. So, and then I just kind of did that, you know, finger pressed it. I actually think it looks better, you know, because it's kind of almost crinkly looking without it being totally flat pressed, you know. It still has the bends in it from the fold a little bit, but it's also open. So then I just made a bow once I got it finger pressed. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bow. And then I sewed it down the middle so it'd be sewn on. I thought, well, should I glue it on, or kind of wanted to sew something on. I was debating on whether to look through my buttons, but I thought, you know, a nice bow would look really pretty on there. So just made a bow. Not the easiest thing. My dog is making noises. It's actually my son's dog, and she may be going back to live with him soon. He's getting his house situation situated soon, I think. So he says she's moving back in with him soon, which is fine. But we loved having her here. We took good care of her, I think. I think she was happy. All right, well, that's not turning out as big as I want, but let me see. I must have had more seam binding for the other one. Okay, let's see. So anyway, I made a bow and then put it on the top and sewed through the middle of it. So I think I'm going to have to get another piece of seam binding though, because this is not long enough, I don't think. I don't know. I'm going to work with that for a second, and then also I'm going to show you what I did on the other one. I put a piece of lace on the top, and I kind of wanted to make a little different bow, so I did that. Made like a ribbon bow, and just sewed across the top right there. So I think that looks really cute. Something different, you know. I just, you know, sometimes you want to do something different. So for that, I just, again, cut a piece of lace, and let's see, I cut it too long the first time and had to cut off a piece, but, you know, of course that'll go in my scrap bag. But then I just did this, you know, you just kind of fold it over like this, and then you put it on the top, and then I just sewed across the top right where my stitching is. I just sewed right there, so it looked like I originally did it that way, but I didn't. I added it. So that's all I'm going to do for today. I think you get the idea. These two are going to look like these two when I'm done with them, and I'll have one of each for each journal Christmas journal I'm working on, but they're both going to look like this when I get done with them. So, you know, pretty simple. But I think with the fabric, they're really cute. And then you also have the room on the back to write. And then they're also nice and flat to put into pockets, or you can always make these into tag, you know, tuck spots on the corner of a page or something. Or you can even turn them sideways and make a pocket. Or at least this one you can, because it's, you know, multi-directional. This one's more directional. But anyway, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's tags. And make sure you check out, if you have time and have a minute, or whenever this week, it doesn't have to be today, check out the other participants, because they really have been doing some awesome tags. And just, you know, it always amazes me at everyone's ideas. So, you know, that's why we watch YouTube, right? So thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Happy crafting.